So here we have a 12 egg ultimate deluxe egg cooker by Dash, and you can cook eggs in there quite easily. So if you love eggs, this might be something you want. So this is the box it comes in. Here we can see it's 500 watts, and it includes all these different trays so you can make different things with eggs. So let's go ahead and open it up. We got some documentation, a little quick start guide on how to get it going and how to clean it. We got a measuring cup, and this is how you're going to know how much water to put in. And there's actually some guides here of how you like your eggs: soft, medium, poached, omelette, and hard. And then we got ounces on this other side. So that's it for the box. I like the color combination, so it's kind of like a black theme with clear caps. So we got some venting holes on it, little tiny handles to hold them. Here are the egg holders. They're silicone actually. We got a tray, another holder. I guess here you can make like different recipes or mini omelets. We got a center divide there, another tray also can prep in it, and a bowl, and it's saying here to add a little bit of oil to it so it doesn't stick. And this is plastic. So here's our lower tray that holds the eggs. You guys can see the shape where the eggs sit. And then the very bottom here, we got the heating plate, and there's a whole note here of how to use it and take care of it. So this bottom portion here has an on and off switch here on the front with a light. That's pretty much it. We got a cord that's actually windable on the bottom, little feet, and our manufacturing label there. So I'm going to be using this for mostly making eggs. So to set that up, we're just going to put the tray. So that's our first layer, and then the middle divider, by the way, has a nice little logo, and then our upper tray. And you guys can see we got 8 eggs on the bottom one and 4 on the upper. And then the lid goes on the very top, and that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and put some eggs in here, put water in there, and boil some eggs. Alright, so I'm gonna cook 6 eggs, as that's all I need today. Well, I guess we can spread them like this. And I don't really think it matters which way you put them. And we're gonna put our second layer on, and put 2 more eggs up here. Actually, we can kind of stagger them, where they're not right underneath the other one. Kind of like that, if you guys can see that. But so I like my eggs medium, so I got water to the medium. Well, let's go ahead and pour it in there. So we're just going to pour it into the machine, and it's just going to go down to the bottom where the heating plate is, and let's cover it up. I guess I do need to plug it in, which the cord is pretty short, only about a couple feet. But yeah, let's go ahead and start it up. And you guys can see there's a light here. So now we're just gonna wait, which should take about 10 minutes. I guess I'm gonna time it and we'll see what it is. So just about 30 seconds in, we're already all fogging up inside and water starting to boil. You can maybe kind of see it, I'm not sure. There you go. So it's quite powerful. So this might be actually pretty quick. I'm gonna go ahead and prepare a cold plunge for the eggs. So it's gone on a few minutes. Everything's good. We're starting to steam out a bit here. And here we have the manual, which also includes some recipes inside. Kind of goes over the machine, everything included, how to make your eggs. And by the way, I did miss at this part here, you can make a little hole. It's actually capped. On the bottom of the same container that has the water, there's a little pin that makes a hole in the egg to relieve the stress so it doesn't crack. So I didn't do any of them. We'll see what happens to them. But yeah, you can do that too. Pretty useful and probably a good thing to do, especially for these, because water can get inside and maybe even make them easier to peel if you put the little hole in there. Here you can kind of see what else you can do with the eggs, omelets. But here we have recipes. That's pretty fun. And it kind of goes through how to make each meal here, if you want to get fancy with your egg cooker. So apparently this thing plays music when it's done. If you guys can hear that. And this light's not glowing anymore, but it's still down. I did not expect it to be playing any kind of melody. That's quite interesting. So it probably just keeps warm until you turn it off, and I guess it's gonna keep playing until we turn it off. So yeah, it won't stop playing, so I guess let's go ahead and turn it off by going up with the switch. And by the way, it's been exactly 10 minutes, so it did take only 10 minutes to do medium boiled eggs. So let's go ahead and plunge these to cold water. There we go. So cleaning up should be quite easy. We just need to wipe everything down and then wipe our stainless steel heat plate, and we're good for our next boil. All right, so I peeled one egg. It peeled super easy. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like. It does feel a little squishy. Wow, it's perfect. So that's what medium looks like. It's just got a tiny bit of running right in the middle. So yeah, I would say perfect pretty much. So if you'd want it a little harder, you'd put a little more water. And if you want it, more runny, you would put a little less water. So yeah, if you want to make boiled eggs quick and easy with very low cleanup, this is a great way to do it.